Okay, so I'm playing a scale that is called the Harmonic Major scale. Some of you might have heard of it, but it's not so often mentioned. It's kind of overlooked in my opinion. So first of all, when we talk about scales in jazz improv anyway, there are a few different ones, right? It's the major scale with all its modes, and then it's the melodic minor, also known as the jazz minor, with its modes. Then there's the harmonic minor scale, right? And then you have the symmetrical scales, the whole tone scale and the altered, the diminished scale and all that stuff. But there's one more scale, I think, that should be mentioned, and that's the harmonic major. If the harmonic minor scale is relevant, then the harmonic major, I think, also is relevant. So first of all, let's look at what it is. So it's a major scale with a flat 6. So A flat instead of A, right? So in the beginning here, I was playing over C major to F minor. Not an unusual sound at all. It's very common. Hear it in pop music and in everything. It's not strange at all. But there isn't really a good choice for a scale that you would play over the F or both the chords if you want to play the same scale over both chords. So I guess most books would explain the F minor as a 4 minor, so it's in modal interchange, meaning we've borrowed it from C major, or sorry, from C minor. So if I play a C major scale over the C major and a C minor scale over this F minor, then it sounds like this. C major, C minor, major, makes sense, right? Okay. So if you play the C minor scale over the F, it's F Dorian, right? But what if the F minor chord is a minor major 7? Right? Then the E there is causing problems, right? So we need to find a scale that contains the E, but it's an F minor scale, and I guess the F melodic minor would work. But then you have the B flat, and where's the B flat coming from? Sorry. So if I just change the B flat to a B, well, that is the C harmonic major, right? So let's look at some other uses for this scale. One thing is, if you have this progression, D minus 7 split or D minus 7 flat 5, G to C major 7. Like Night and Day, there's, what is this thing called Love? A lot of tunes have that. Okay, then you can play this scale over that whole thing, which is nice, and let's see what that sounds like. works, and it's a good tip, I think. So that A flat creates the flat 9 of the G, right? And if you were to analyze the G scale, in this case, it would be, I guess, a mixolydian flat 9. Or the fifth mode, I guess, of C harmonic major. Not often mentioned, but it is mentioned in one of the Jerry Bergonzi books, the Jazz Line. He creates a bebop scale using this scale. So it's not something that I made up or anything. And it's within the scale there's an E major triad hidden, right? Because the A flat could be thought of as a G sharp. So this chord, G13 flat 9, which you would normally play a diminished, a half whole scale, right? Well, now you have a new option, another option, which is nice. Moving on here, another way to use this scale, which is a little bit more esoteric, is when you have a diminished chord going down from, like in this case. So like 3 minor, flat 3 diminished, 2, 5, like in Body and Soul. What do you play over that? And I have talked about this in the previous lesson on diminished chord and what scales to use. So one thing you could do is you can play an G, in this case, harmonic major scale. That works, but you start on the D sharp or E flat. So E minor or C over E. So let's jam on that for a bit. Okay, so you see that sounds pretty straightforward. So it's not so weird as you might think. First time I heard somebody mention the harmonic major scale, I thought they were, that was a mistake. I thought they meant the harmonic minor, but there is the harmonic major scale, so there you have it. See you next time.